All right, welcome, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Cesar Mascoro in with Manufactured Home Sales Mastery on a late night evening edition of our 15 Minutes to Mastery. Hope you guys are doing fantastic this Sunday. Let me get that turned off there. Here we go. Hey, man, I am on the road right now, on the road, but I wanted to come in and make sure that we got together with you for this day's 15 minutes to mastery. It's Sunday recharge. On Sundays, we like to take time to think about what went well, what didn't go well, what could be adjusted, what could be changed. And you know what? This past week, a lot of things went well for a lot of our clients. We made a lot of progress. And then back home, a lot of things went well. We made a lot of progress. And so I could not pass up the opportunity to come in and do this. Now, normally, we do this in the mornings, but today was one of those days, man. Today was a day where, you guys know I've been traveling a lot. I've been on the road a lot, and I've been spending a lot of time away from my family. And I just wanted to do things with the family this morning. So I made the executive decision to forget to do what I do each and every morning. And I dedicated time to them because, as you can see tonight, I'm back on the road. I'm headed back out. Going to be on the road again this coming week. Luckily, next week I'm home all week long. Get to spend the week with the fam. But anyway, I got to thinking over some things, and that's why today you notice the quote here, and I'm gonna share this once again. You have to stay on the offensive. Jordan Peterson says, in order to think, you have to risk being offensive. Now, why would I say this, right? Well, here's the reason why. It's been no surprise that the last couple of weeks I was in Tyler, Texas. I was working with the group over there. We were implementing some new policies and procedures and systems and everything for on the management side of things, and there was some adjustment period the week before, and then this past week things just started to fall in line. And one of the things started falling in line is the sales staff understanding the vision, the sales staff understanding what we're after over these next 10 weeks left in the month, the last quarter of 2024. And they started to think more on the offense. And when you start thinking more on the offense, things start to happen for you and things fall in line for you. And all of a sudden you notice that, man, this is becoming easier and that's becoming easier. And guess what? Yesterday was Saturday. They ended the week with 7 new deals. And I'm not ashamed to tell you that the 3 weeks prior, they'd only gotten one deal a week. And that's why we made some tweaks, some adjustments, because that something just wasn't jiving. And what wasn't jiving is that they just were not being offensive. They weren't on the offense. They were just sitting back and waiting for things to happen rather than things happening for them. And so they got to that point, became more offensive, started making moves on their own, and we got the week that we got this past week. 7 brand new deals. I'm so damn proud of their effort and what they did. They were all excited. I got the text late yesterday evening, and fantastic job to everyone over at Mobile Home Masters last week. Now, fast forward to today. And today, I go to my we went to our son's soccer game this morning. He had a game this morning earlier, and so the team was getting kind of punched in the face. They were getting punched in the face throughout this thing. They were getting beat to the ball. The other team was just more aggressive, and man, the boys were down big in this game, and second half, and I'm gonna. I mean, the whole team in general got a little more aggressive, but I only have control over what I have control over, right? And this is my son, so I gave him a little message that he needed to pick up the intensity. He needed to pick up the offensive mentality and stop waiting for things to happen and go make things happen. And boy, did he make things happen. And so it's just like I told him after the game. You see, now when you Get aggressive when you are the one making the moves. Things happen for you as opposed to things happening to you. And it's the same thing in life, guys. If things aren't working the way you want them to, if you're struggling, if you're stressed out, if you're overwhelmed, and you feel that you just can't get your stuff done, guess what? It's because you're reacting to everything as opposed to making things happen. The only way good things happen is you have to be making them happen. Because believe me, the world does not pay you for just being in it. Good things will not happen for you just because you're here. I know what we like to say as a society, oh, but it's not fair. Oh, everybody should win. Everybody should get a trophy. Well, bullshit. That does not happen, and that is not the real world. And you need to stop telling your kids that. I know I'm going off on a tangent. Sorry. Anyway, we have to be on the offensive. We have to be moving forward. You have to keep going. You have to keep, and I'm just telling you from my own personal experience. Okay. And no, guess what? I don't have an MBA, but I'll tell you what, I do more mother freaking things than what you do. That's for sure. But that's simply because I'm on the offensive. That's simply because I know what it is that I'm trying to get done. That's simply because I am after making sure that this company continues to move, continues to grow, and continues to go in the direction of our vision. And so, my message to all of you right now, whether you're in manufactured home sales or not, is you have to be on the offensive. You have to risk offending people. Some people, and I'm going to tell you what I mean in business. Some people will say, well, why are you working so hard? Well, why are you being so just aggressive, if you will, right? With or persistent when it comes to trying to get people to do things or trying to get people to buy things. Guess what? Because that's what it takes. That's what it takes to succeed. Not even just at a high level, just to succeed, folks. To succeed at a high level, it takes even more desire, more intensity, and more aggressiveness. And yes, you know what? I am doing this damn live stream from a convenience store because that's what it takes. Whatever it freaking takes. And I am proud of it. And you should be proud of it as well. There's too many people in this damn world right now that are waiting, sitting back, and then you wonder why things are the way they are. Look, one of the things that worries me right now is what's going on right now with society, right? And I've got younger boys, I've got kids, and I want to make sure that their life and as they move forward and keep going forward and things that they're going to have. That they're going to have what not only with the way that it needs to be in order for them to have a safe life. And right now, I don't feel that. And I don't know if you do or don't. But look, case in point, and I was sharing this with my family a couple of days ago. I didn't hear anything back from them on it, but here's the thing. Look, man, it's no surprise. It's no surprise right now that with the tensions going on with this election that's coming up, that people have their sides and whatnot. But look, all I'm going to tell you is this. You need to look at the issues, not the emotions, the issues. And the issues are what concern me right now. And because of that, I am willing to admit when I make mistakes. I am willing to admit when I have done something incorrectly. I'm willing to admit when I have thought something, made a decision, and it turned out to be the wrong decision. And right now, with the way the world is and with the way things are happening, man, I am not going to allow myself to make a decision that is not going to change the course of the direction that we're heading in right now. You know, I saw an article a few days ago, and it just came out right now. I was driving as well, heard about it again. But even in my hometown of San Antonio, Texas, where we think that life is so boring, San Antonio doesn't have really much of anything except for the Spurs, and we're this small town and yada yada yada. Well, guess what? Four apartment complexes got overtaken by those Venezuelan gangs in San Antonio as well. It's hitting us. And I refuse to sit back and allow things to keep going the way they are. So as Jordan Peterson says, sometimes you need to think, right? And you have to risk being offensive in order to think. Look, my name is Cesar Mascoro Jr. It does not get more Mexican than that. Okay. And I will admit that in 2016, when Donald Trump became president, I was freaked out. As a Latino, I was freaked out. Like, oh my God, this guy saying that to do all this. How dare he say that he's going to build a wall? And my parents are from Mexico, and all of this other stuff. And my gosh, I am not. Who is this guy? And everything he said, everything he tweeted offended me, and I was pissed, and I was because I didn't understand what was going on. Right? So that was my first mistake in not truly understanding, not grasping it. And then secondly, was making the decision I made in 2020 to vote the way that I voted because, God, dog it, if things are worse now. So don't vote on emotion. Be on the offense. We need to make a change. The team and Tyler got on the offensive. Good things happened. My son's soccer team, he got on the offensive. And good things started to happen the second half of that game. Even he played a football game this evening also. I mean, they play football and soccer, and he had a football game. And, and he's starting to develop that offensive mentality. It's taking him a while, but he's starting to get there. Good things happen when you move forward. Good things happen when you decide to challenge what everyone else is trying to feed down your throat when you know that it's wrong. And yes, I understand that I may piss some people off, and some people may say this and that and whatnot, but my gosh, I am concerned for me, for you, for my family, for my sons, for everyone. When at my own city, we've got apartments being overrun by these Venezuelan gangs that were let in through this current administration, and then they want to deny it. It pisses me off, and it should piss you off as well. We need to be on the offense, and we need to make a change. And guess what? If I'm wrong, so be it. But I'm here to tell you this. It's not about emotions, right? Because Donald Trump is still the same Donald Trump that he was back then. I'm cutting emotion out of it. And he may say some things, and sometimes I'm like, what? you know? But the fact of the matter is, my family was safer. We were better off financially. The country was safer. There were no new wars. And things were moving in the right direction. So I know people are going to say whatnot, and we have to cut the noise. We have to cut through the noise, and we have to just look at the issues. And you know what? Vote the way you're going to vote. That's fine. But all I ask is that you start thinking about what's it gonna be like a year from now, 2 years from now. Man, I start thinking there's 4 apartments in my hometown that got overtaken. How many more are gonna be overtaken over the next year? You know, I'm not like guy that likes to think and ram fear down people through in people's head about things. But the more I think about what has been going on lately, and the way things have been moving, the direction that they're going, the way that these people talk that are in power right now, and how they just make it about a person as opposed to the issues. They keep wanting to focus on the person as opposed to the issues. And I start thinking, man, what happens if they get into 4 years? And then from there, it's that much harder to turn it around. And then I think, gosh, what if it gets to the point where all you have are the elites and then everybody else? And it gets to something like the Hunger Games. It gets to something like Mad Max type of situation. And some people may look, listen right now and laugh and say, you're freaking crazy, Caesar, to even think that. But my gosh, it exists other places. Not maybe not. But I'm just talking about the way people live. So I choose to be on the offensive. And sometimes I choose to be offensive by speaking my mind, because I truly believe if you don't stand for anything and you let yourself just be swayed because you don't want people to say anything about you. Oh my God, I can't. You're just as guilty. Just as guilty. So my thoughts, my opinions may not be the right ones. I could be completely wrong. But I've been right about a lot of things. And I'm a lot more analytical now in my older years. And guys, just like in business and just like in sports, it's the same thing in life. Good things happen when you get on the offensive. You need to take control of your life. The government's not going to provide for you. You need to take control of your finances. Nobody's coming to save you. You need to. It My wife hates it when I do the long pauses, by the way. but my brain starts going, man. And I'm here to tell you something, okay? Look, I grew up dirt freaking poor. My parents are from Mexico. I'm a first generation American. I have I have been on public assistance. I remember being on food stamps. I remember getting those booklets and we used to tear out the coupons to pay at the store. I remember that. I remember my mom used to uh, uh, get those cards from WIC, and we'd get the milk and the orange juice with that stuff. I remember that. But I also remember my mom busted her ass day and night so that we could get off of that as soon as possible. And it irks me to no end that people don't realize that the government's trying to keep us down, keep you in that thing, thinking we get over the last 15 years that we've been serving and helping people, and you know what would bother me the most is when I would get people that would come in to try and buy a house, and they say, oh, but wait, no, I can't buy a house because they're going to take my benefits away. I can't let them know that I make this money. I can't, because you're trying to live off the government. But that's because the government wants you to be that way. I refuse, I refuse to bend the knee and not speak about what I believe in. Doesn't mean you have to agree with it. just like I don't have to agree with you. We have the right to make decisions. We have the right to vote. But everyone wants to talk about, well, that's not fair about this, and that's not, well, it's not fair if the boys don't all get this, and it's not fair if the kids don't all get, well, it's not fair if life doesn't do this to me, but yet you don't want to have fair and free elections. But yet you don't want to truly discuss the issues. You're okay listening to someone who does not speak about the issues, goes around in circles on everything, but will not answer questions on the issues. And just because that person's name is not Donald Trump, it's okay. Look, I'm not a over the top Donald Trump fan, but what I am a fan of, when I start using my little common sense that I have, is this. Things were better back then. And then second is this. They keep talking about, well, he's going to give a tax break to all the billionaires and blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what, man? Guess what? Them billionaires are the ones that provide all the jobs. And if they get a tax break, they get to use it to provide more jobs. They got their money. And they're going to continue to get their money. So stop worrying about that. What about your money that they help you get? And think about the other thing. Why would a multi-billionaire put himself and his family through this crap twice in his lifetime, and this time around having almost lost his life at the at this phase in his life, when he could be out living his own freaking life and not have to worry about a damn person saying a damn thing about him, and he could go out and go out and live out the rest of his life, his wonder years, spending his money, vacationing, doing whatever he wants. Instead, the first time around, he helped make things better. And the second time around, he's almost lost his life. And he's putting up with all the crap, taking the beating, verbally to his to himself as a person. Look, do I agree with all the things that this guy has done in his life? No, of course not. Hell, I have screwed up too. I almost started cussing. I have screwed up a lot too. We all have. None of you are perfect. I know I'm getting very passionate right now. I just wanted to come in and tell you, great things happen when you get on the offensive. Great things happen when you get on the offensive. So go be offensive by thinking for yourself. And if after looking at the issues, looking at everything, if you feel that we're in a great place, if you feel that voting for Harris and Walz and putting tampons in the boys' restrooms and allowing men to play in women's sports and having your money spent on transgender surgeries for all these other people, and I know those aren't the only issues, so don't give me that stuff, okay? But those are the main issues, along with border security, along with the whole immigration thing, along with these gangs coming in and taking over apartment complexes and creating all this chaos, along with everyone getting the money except for the people of this country, along with what's happened with the crime rate going up that they lied to us about, just like they lied to us about employment numbers, but yet you're okay with it. But I'm saying, if you feel that all that's good, okay, I don't want to digress anymore. If you feel that all that is good, continue doing what you're doing. Vote the way you're going to vote. Or just be on the offensive. Go out and do great things. Stop waiting for other people to do it for you. So I got for you. So I hope you guys have a fantastic week coming up. It's early voting's about starting Texas, and you know it's just we'll see what happens. Either way, man, I'm here to tell you this, right? Whatever ends up happening, if it doesn't go the way that I hope it will, well, man, I just got to keep doing what I'm going to do because I know I create my future for me, my family, and anyone that becomes part of our team. And we work at helping everyone out there to do better for themselves up here and in their business. But the majority of the people wait. The majority of the people work for someone or rely on someone or rely on the government. Go do great things. Challenge yourself. Get uncomfortable. Move forward. It's like, man, I got to get back on the road. Got a long drive ahead of me, but I could not pass up coming in and just spending some time with you, whether you agree with me or not. Right? We have the right to agree to disagree. That's the great thing about our country, at least for the time being. Right? Hopefully, they don't take that away from us. You guys have a great evening, and make this coming week a fantastic week. We'll be back in here tomorrow morning, right? With some more 15 minutes to mastery. We'll get back to business, I promise you. Okay. But don't forget, hey, by the way, 2025 Path to Mastery. 2025 Path to Mastery is happening November 18th and 19th. We're a month away. We're going to be coming in and sharing with you about time management, leadership skills, professional development, and setting your goals for 2025 with an action plan. Plus, you're going to be part of the group that's going to move forward with us for all of 2025. We're going to work together to make sure that you stay on track so that 2025 is your best year yet. Oh, and by the way, we've got David Finn with Build Media, Sergio Rios, which I believe the company is now called One Time Close, where he's at. Finance with Manufacturer Home Industry, going to come in as well. Thomas Dunn, the president of the Arizona Manufacturer Home Association, and Doug Tolene with Champion Homes. And I'm waiting on a couple more, at least one more. That's going to be, I'm sorry, Edward Leos, almost forgot. Edward Leos, John C. Maxwell, certified coach coming in to work with you guys on leadership as well. Go right now, manufacturedhomesalesmastery.com. You can get signed up there because when you sign up, 75% of the proceeds are going to our Manufacture to Win fundraiser with the American Red Cross for everyone affected by Hurricanes Helene and Milton. 75% is going to go to that, and the other 25% is going to go to sponsor our industry brothers and sisters that are in the affected area so that they can be part of the event next month for free. You are going to gain information, insight. You're going to gain power for 2025, and you're going to do great things for those folks as well. Let's all work together. Let's do this together, man. Let's come together as a team. Let's get on the offensive. Let's help those folks while we're helping you. All right? Go check it out, manufacturedhomesalesmastery.com. Get signed up tonight, right now. Don't pass it up because space is limited, man. We can only fit so many people on a Zoom call. All right? So please, come on. Come on. Be a part of it with us. You guys have a great night. We'll be talking soon. And as always, I can't wait to meet you.